it is with him that we have our eternal relationship. Our constitutional position is to be servant of Krishna. Mam ekam sharanam vraja, Krishna is saying. Mam ekam. Ekam means alone. He is not saying Mam sharanam vraja and Ganesh sharanam vraja and Shiva sharanam vraja, Durga sharanam vraja, Murugan sharanam vraja. No, he is not saying like that. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. The symptoms of Tilak as temples of Hari. The mark of Tilak that starts from the nose and stretches up to the hair on the head with a beautiful space in between the lines is called a temple of Hari. Lord Brahma resides on the left side. Sadashiva resides on the right side, and Lord Vishnu resides in the middle of such a Tilak mark. One should not apply anything in the middle. Of course, Sri Sampradaya, they have the red. That actually means also Shri, Lakshmi. And maybe they have other meaning also. But especially for us, this is the thing. The Vedic injunction regarding applying Tilak. It is stated in the Hiranyakeshiya branch of the Yajurveda. A person who wears Tilak marks resembling the lotus feet of Hari becomes very fortunate and dear to the Supreme Brahman, Sri Hari. A human being who wears Tilak with a space in the middle becomes eligible for liberation. In the Katha branch of the Yajurveda, it is stated, the great soul who after applying Tilak meditates through mantras on Sri Vishnu, who holds a chakra, who is the supreme absolute truth, who is greater than the greatest, and who resides in the hearts of his devotees, certainly becomes pure. You see? It is stated in the Atharvaveda, the fortunate practitioner who throughout his life decorates his body with Tilak marks like the chakra, certainly attains the all-pervading Lord Vishnu's supreme abode, which is the ultimate goal of the devotees. Why especially the three-line Shaivite Tilak is an offense in a Vishnu temple? So in the Nectar of Devotion, it is stated, one of the offenses is to come to a Vishnu temple with Tripundra. That is an offense. So they are actually, the real religious system is to actually worship Vishnu. The mantras all actually ask us to worship Vishnu, but these are all different deviations in this in that sense. Because Krishna also disapproves of worshipping the demigods in the Bhagavad Gita. It is not that we disrespect them. We have the greatest respect. A Vaiṣṇava should always, in fact, one of the offenses, it is also enumerated in the Nectar of Devotion, is one of the offenses is to disrespect the demigods. We should never disrespect them. We should know that they are very, very exalted devotees. We are nothing before them. How much big responsible service they are doing. But at the same time, we cannot worship them because our eternal relationship is not with them. They themselves are conditioned souls like us. They are only occupying different posts. Now, if you want, you can also become Ganesh. It is a post. If we become qualified, you can become Indra if you want. Even Brahma you can become. There is a procedure. So our eternal relationship is not with any of Ekale Ishwar Krishna Arsa Bhritya. So only one master, and that is Krishna. And everybody, Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Vyo Vidadhati Kaman. Krishna alone is supplying the wants and needs for everyone else. It is with him that we have our eternal relationship. Jiver Swarup, our constitutional position is to be servant of Krishna, nothing else. So therefore, we have to worship Krishna alone. Mam ekam sharanam vraja, Krishna is saying. Mam ekam. Ekam means alone. He is not saying Mam sharanam vraja and Ganesh sharanam vraja and Shiva sharanam vraja, Durga sharanam vraja, Murugan sharanam vraja. No, he is not saying like that. In fact, he said, Yepi anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita tepi mameva kaunteya yajantihi avidhipurvakam. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Because the demigods are different parts and parcels of Krishna's personality. In the 4th canto, 31st chapter, verse 14, that means 4.31.14, we have Yatha taror moola nishechanena tripyanti tatskandha bhujo pashakha Pranopahara chayathendriyanam tathaiva sarvarhanamachyuteja. As pouring water on the root of a tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs and everything else, and as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and limbs of the body, Simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfies the demigods who are parts of that Supreme Personality. This is why we have to worship only Krishna. So now, why do devotees chant particular names of Vishnu, and why should we apply the tilak at specific places? There are 12 places a devotee puts tilak on. All the different places are mentioned here, even with numbering. On the forehead, Om Keshavaya Namaha, and stomach, number 2 here. You see, number 2. Om Narayana Namaha, and chest, Om Madhavaya Namaha. 4. Om Govindaya Namaha, hollow of the throat. Om Vaiṣṇave Namaha, right side. We have to put in this order. We cannot change. We cannot put in our own order. We have to put in this same order. We cannot put first on the forehead, or first maybe back, and then maybe second maybe on the side. No, we cannot change like that. We have to put in this same exact order. So Om Vaiṣṇave Namaha, right side here, 5. You see, on the stomach, on the torso, but on the right side. And Om Madhusudanaya Namaha, on the right side on the arm, and then right side shoulder in the Om Trivikramaya Namaha. Om Vamanaya Namaha, it's 8. That is on the left side, torso. Then Om Sridharaya Namaha, on the left arm. Om Rishikeshaya Namaha, on the left shoulder. Om Padmanabhaya Namaha, upper back here, 11, the back. And Om Damodaraya Namaha, lower back. And then Om Vasudevaya Namaha. Sometimes they put, I see some devotees put some same like this tilak shape here also. That is not to be done. Just the reminder of whatever is remaining, we have to put behind. So, why we have to do like this? There is Shastric evidence. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 20, text 202. Dvadasha tilak mantra ei dvadasha naam, achamane ei name sparshi tat sthana. You see? Translation. When putting the 12 tilak marks on the 12 places of the body, one has to chant the mantra consisting of these 12 Vishnu names. Also, when one anoints the different parts of the body with water, these names should be chanted as one touches each part of the body. Now, in the purport, it is said, while marking the body with tilak, one should chant the following mantra, which consists of 12 names of Lord Vishnu. So actually, this mantra should be also learnt by devotees. Lalate Keshavam dhyayen Narayanam athodare Vakshah sthale Madhavam tu Govindam kanthakupake. Lalate Keshavam dhyayen means Lalata means forehead. Lalate Keshavam dhyayen, Om Keshavaya Namaha. So dhyayen means we must remember the Lord Keshava. And Narayanam athodare, and the stomach. Vakshah sthale, in the chest area. Madhavam tu Govindam kanthakupake. Kantha. Kupake. Kupake means the hollow. Kupa. Kupa means the well. Hollow. So Kantha Kupake, at the hollow of the throat. Govindam. Vishnum cha dakshine kukshav, on the right. Vishnu. Bahau, on the right again. On the hand. Madhusudanam. Trivikramam kandhare. Kandhare means shoulder. Kandhare tu Vamanam Vama Parshvake. Vama means on the left side. Parshvake, on the left torso. Then Sridharam Vama Bahau tu. Vama Bahau means left arm here. Sridharam. Rishikesham to Kandhare, left. Prishthe, on the back, is Padmanabham. And Katyam. Katyam means at the lower back, we have Damodara. So in this way, we have to remember the 12 different names of Vishnu. Avoiding malpractices in putting tilak. Sometimes devotees just do shortcut, just put forehead and here, because this is where devotees see. Inside, whether I put or not, devotee is not going to see anyway. So I'll just put here and here. No, don't do like that. Then you have a shortcut of protection, You want protection, Krishna's protection all throughout. Even Krishna was, when he was attacked by Putana, when he was a small baby, Mother Yashoda, she actually put tilak for him in all the 12 places using cow dung and water. She put for him tilak for protection. So we are asking for Krishna's protection to protect us not only from some danger, physical danger, but also from the influence of Maya, which is all around us. So therefore, this tilak is all around. Of course, below the waist it is not put because it is considered disrespect to put on the thighs and all. It is not, or the legs and all. This is not to be done. So while putting tilak, and we forget and we think our face, and then we are distracted by that. So again, we have to remember, this is a transcendental makeup for devotees. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur example, of course his example is very unique. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he never used a mirror when putting tilak, because he said mirror means Maya, then I will get lost in my looking at my face, rather than instead of putting on tilak I just look at my face and my hairstyle nice or not, like so you have to put. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur never, he showed example, very unique example, where he never used a mirror. He just put without looking at mirror, and it was straight every time. So expert. Of course, I don't say that everybody should stop using mirror, no. But that was the example, so that we know the glory of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So Tilak as a tool for preaching. So Tilak is not a private thing only when worshipping. So only when you are doing puja then put tilak, or when coming to the temple then you put tilak. No, all the time you should put tilak, even in your home, even if you are going out. Try even for workplace. Try. Okay, try your best. And Bhaktivinoda was praying that all respectable men of society will wear tilak. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a magistrate himself, and he was putting tilak and going as a judge, and he was giving sentences and all that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was saying that when will the day come when all the respectable people, like all the lawyers or doctors and everybody will wear tilak. That means it becomes such a common religion, Vaishnavism, that everybody, no matter who they are, respectable people also. Because at that time, especially when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was there, all the loafers, they were, Vaishnavas means people think that some illicit affairs with women, that was the idea, because Vaishnavism was in the dark ages at that time. There were so many unscrupulous so-called pseudo-Vaishnavas who brought the reputation of Vaishnavism to utter low standards, to the drain. So he was dreaming of the time when all the respectable people of the world will put on tilak. And tilak reminds the onlooker of Krishna. In the Nectar of Devotion it is said, the next important items are as follows. One should decorate the body with tilak, which is a sign of the Vaishnavas. The idea is that as soon as a person sees these marks on the body of a Vaishnava, he will immediately remember Krishna. Lord Chaitanya said that a Vaishnava is he who when seen reminds one of Krishna. Therefore, it is essential that a Vaishnava mark his body with tilak to remind others of Krishna. So, even though you don't open your mouth, just by wearing tilak, you are preaching already. You are making them chant Krishna's name. Now, if maybe somebody don't know, they may ask you, can I ask what is that thing you are wearing on the? Then you can explain. There is a chance. It's a chance to open a conversation. Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna upadesh. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna upadesh. Whomever you see, speak to them about Krishna. Vando mui savdhana mate